you look at Japan as well, Japan's closest kind of military alliance is of course with the United States. The US-Japan Defence Guidelines of 2015, again sustained reference, if you like, to the convergence of the maritime and cyber domains, and fears about cyber attacks degrading those domains' ability to operate and ability to communicate with each other. And you can see this in some of these quotations. Gaining timely information sharing, as well as the development and maintenance of common situational awareness is referred to, development of shared information and communication systems, maintaining a decisive advantage in intelligence gathering and analysis. Really, the strategic military relationships between these countries is increasingly focused on cyber capabilities, information warfare capabilities. Taiwan too. The Ministry of Defence there has identified its main strategic objective to be the expansion of surveillance, early warning, naval and air intelligence capabilities in the maritime domain, again to protect essentially Taiwan in the event that there is a Chinese attack against Taiwan. And there have been various quotations from senior officials in Taiwan, including people at the National Security Bureau, suggesting that Chinese hackers are actively seeking to get into their communication systems and degrade their ability to communicate again in the event of a Chinese attack against Taiwan. So I really look at these 4 countries. There's a lot more information in the paper, which I'd encourage you to have a look at if you have time. Overall, I think if you look at again these individual military strategies of these 4 countries, I think we find significant evidence that states are planning to use cyber attacks to degrade or enhance their own maritime situational awareness in the Asia-Pacific region. Of course, there's a difference between preparing for wars and actually fighting wars. I think that there's been a degree of restraint in the deployment of these capabilities so far. But again, in the event of a major military conflict or crises in the region, I think that these capabilities are ready to be used for that purpose. The research is difficult in this area. If you're a New Zealand academic and you go to Taiwan or Japan, you don't necessarily get access to the people that you want to talk to about what the cutting edge kind of military strategic capabilities are. So that's a bit of a limitation to the research. But nevertheless, I think if you look at what's publicly available, this kind of strategy is taking hold quite quickly. I conclude the paper and I conclude my talk by mentioning cyber security norms. This is a big focus, I think, in the cyber military sphere, developing norms of behaviour which prohibit or prevent cyber attacks being used in wartime situations. And I think there's significant potential for existing treaties or conventions like the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea being adapted, if you like, to not only put in place measures to protect exclusive economic zones, but also to protect marine systems from malicious cyber activity. So a quick rush through. Thank you very much for your attention. Happy to take any questions.
Cheers.